on right now. Let's see, G6. So the other one is not a good roll though. It's, well, maybe. It's hit point bonus percentage. And it also rolled with attack bonus percent, effect res, speed, and crit. So the thing about Nightwing was that I actually thought that it might make more sense from a survival perspective to have Nightwing, because this is one where 20% of damage dealt is into hit points. And a 2-set also gives attack bonus. So Hafid says a better choice would be to buy 2 grade 4 Daruma instead of souls with a shrine. At the start, your main priority is to have a G6 farmer like Ubume, Utengo, or Ibaraki. And that makes sense, because otherwise there's a lot of grind in order to get the material to level up your character. Because, actually, I'll show you right now. To promote them, to bring them to a 4-star, you need to feed them 3 stars. And I can only guess that this goes up each time. So right now, obviously, I don't want to feed something that I've been using for quite a while. That's a core part of my team. So you need to level up some fodder, it's like something lower quality, into that level, which can take multiple steps. So same as in Summoner's War, there's definitely a lot of grind involved to boost yourself up like that. But inside the shrine, you can buy grade 4 Duramas, and you can get that, well, I don't know, let's see, 2 grade 4 Duramas. I mean, that costs 400, so that would be releasing 2 SRs, which I guess I did do, and I bought 2 of these instead. But you would need 4 of these, wouldn't you, Hot Fizz? Because once you're at 4, in order to get to 5, I'm pretty sure you would need 4 level 4s. But it makes sense. You do want to, like, see this character, this spirit is maxed out. You can buy 2 G4 Dorama every 2 weeks. Oh, I see. Alright, so, let's take a look. Out of my SRs, I'm not sure if I like Maestro. Maestro pours his heart and soul into his performance as he plays a maddening tune, dealing damage equal to 85% of his attack to all enemies, which also grants a 20% chance of clearing the enemy's move bar. Okay, that's interesting. There's that chance of clearing their move bar, which I guess is skipping a turn. And, if you make a set of characters that maybe follow that theme, I believe Hot Fizz said that this character has something like that. Ushi no Toki. So everyone's main attack costs no energy, no orbs, and it usually does 100% of their attack, and most of them are pretty boring. It's just like a straight up basic attack. This is a passive. Again, it has 0, but it says at the end of a move, she has a chance of casting Cursed Fire on one random enemy. It increases the damage it takes by 5%. So there's a bit of a chance of debuff. Decoy Doll. My doll gets hurt, you get hurt. Ha ha ha. Ushi no Toki summons a giant straw doll that connects to the soul of one enemy. After the connection is established, all the damage inflicted on the straw doll is transferred to the enemy. The straw doll's defense and hit points are 80% and 10% of the enemy's def and HP respectively. So it seems like it's a random copy of one of the enemy, but it becomes like a target for them to potentially hit with AoE attacks or indiscriminate random attacks. So if you know that the enemy team has like something that does a lot of AoE damage, like Ibaraki Doji, you could summon this decoy doll, and then when it gets hit, oh, maybe you get to hit it as well. So it counts as like another character. I'm not sure. Straw dolls defense and hit points are 80% and 10%. Let's see what the comments say. Doll is surprisingly OP. Don't listen to a level 11. She's extremely OP if you level her up. Good for high hit point bosses. Just like Annabelle, she's scary me around, and her voice also. Pair with AoE DPS, double damage to target. You're welcome. Her laugh makes me wanna die. Remember to hit the doll. Pretty good pairing with Kuramujo. Her laugh makes me want to bury myself and never come out. She is a maniac and I love it. Hatsune Miku. PvP Shikigami used for one-shotting. Shadow, Watcher, Fortune Cat are best choices for her. Voodoo Lolly. Ah. You put a decoy doll on a boss and then your AoE DPS will hit twice on it thanks to the doll. 4G4 to have a G5 and 5G5 to have a G6. And believe me, it's a pain in the butt to upgrade a Shiki up to G6. Yeah. That makes sense. And obviously, since I have duplicates, like eventually I want to feed the duplicates into each other. Like, I have two Ubumes, which are really fun to use together, same with two Vampiros, but eventually I want to feed them in. So I guess, I'll do a quick bit of combat. I think I'm going to end the stream pretty soon because my voice is starting to die a little bit, and it's been a little bit, let's see, about an hour and 15 minutes. I said it would be a short stream. In any case, my friend has knocked out 6 Warrior Soul. That's an invite to a collaborative thing. My friend has knocked out 6 Warrior Soul. I need to do Warrior Souls and Hitotsume at the Red Maple Forest. So I'm going to try to do that. You know, it helps if I know what I'm looking for, and I didn't quite pay attention to that. So, okay, Warrior Soul is clearly this dude, a bearded guy, and Hitotsume is this one-eyed Cyclops child. Let's look for the one-eyed Cyclops child. That is just... oh, nice. Friend requested me. Yeah, and if you're watching the stream, feel free to send me an invite. So it's funny, there's a sticker system in the chat. They've got like little meme type things. The cake is a lie. Friendship limit reached. Big hug. Oh my goodness, this is a really cute drawing of Yamasagi. I love that. She's got derpy eyes, and I wonder what she's saying. Or the frog is saying. Friendship limit reached. Okay, Red Maple Forest. So, warrior spirits. Or warrior souls, rather. So I'm going to show the kind of two Ubume build. You be you be me. And lithium ion battery is like the name of my Zashiki. So Zashiki generates orbs at the beginning of her turn, or beginning of the battle, and she has an ability that sacrifices 30% of her health, her current health, to gain 2 orbs. And so that's nice because Ubume's multi-target, like all AoE attack, requires 3 orbs to do. And again, I mentioned that it attacks each target 3 times with the 4th time on this targeted enemy. And both of my Ubumes are currently using that freeze set of runes. Souls. So there, I have 2 frozen targets out of 4. And I'm just gonna hit the main guy. So I don't know if freeze went off there, but the nice thing about this game is that when a rune, the soul set, procs, the effect happens, you see a picture of that spirit above your character. There's a damage reduction shield from Kagura, this Onmyoji. I'm at 4 of 8 orbs. She'll consume a bit more of her hit points to gain another 2, so they both have the orbs in order to attack again. And then we got 2 more freezes, and that's a complete skip a turn, so when this move bar showing their order gets to their turn, it just unfreezes them and it moves them back to the top of the move bar. So right now, the most hit points is the Warrior Soul in the back, so I'm going to hit him, because right now, everyone else is going to die from this AoE attack. And he's frozen. He was frozen as well, but because it was his turn next, it moved him back up. So they basically got denied the chance to move. So I got hit once, and Zashiki, she's losing health only because she's consuming it herself. Another neat thing is through like a normal passive or normal attack, I can actually fire with any of one of my characters a normal attack costing no orbs, and there's a chance that either one of the Ubumes or both will actually counter or assist by throwing in their own attack. So she jumped ahead and also attacked, which was a bit of overkill in this scenario, I think. So she just healed 1,366 hit points because I dropped her below 30% hit points, and the souls that I'm using as Zashiki is Holy Flame, which regenerates health when you're below that 30%. And it's based off of her hit points. So what I did was, instead of buffing hit points specifically, I buffed her defense and put Holy Flame, which is also a defense set. So the concept is that even though she healed 1,366 damage, the enemy is going to need to do like 2,000 damage in order to remove that same amount of hit points. If I didn't have extra defense on her, you know, they would only need to do 1,700 damage to remove that 1,300 hit points that she healed. So no freeze there, but he's still not, it's not his turn yet. He's coming next. No freeze there either, but pretty much dead. And so a single normal attack with one of them got both of the Ubumes to attack at the same time. And that's really fun. So I'm actually going to pop out of there really quickly. I don't need to finish this. I'm gonna clean it up after, but I'm going to quickly just show there's a different area to farm. Like that was farming the different chapters, which have specific drops that you can get, like repeatable. You can see the English translation of this. They didn't design it with enough room, because normally in Asian, like Oriental languages, like they could fit a lot more words into a small space, like Japanese, Chinese, or even like maybe, yeah, Korean, maybe Tagalog, Arabic. You could fit a lot into a smaller spot. And in English right now, they haven't fixed it so that this design can keep all the text. In any case, you can get these PvP passes. You can get a specific rune set, which are also obtainable certain days of the week, and through the shop. But this is a very common way to get specific souls. Each different day it changes, and on the weekend you get a chance of all of them. But right now this is the Temptress, Harpy, Borotan, and Mimic sets. So I'm just going to do a quick one in order to just demonstrate like my kind of full-ish primary team. And so this is with healers, but I don't think I actually need them. I usually go with more damage. My 2 vampires, named after film vampires, Akasha from Queen of the Damned, Tantanico Pandemonia from Dusk Till Dawn. I named Shuzu, which I think is like a clam lady, Aphrodisiac. And it's kind of fun because other players actually can see your custom names, but it helps you differentiate. If you've got 2 of the identical character, you can kind of know what's on them. You can also right click on their on their portrait in